Behind closed doors, the things girls really do are shrouded in mystery. Well, not anymore. Society has always pressed this perfect little image onto girls, but that's far from reality. Today we have for you 100 icky, sticky, and gross things all girls are guilty of doing, whether they admit it or not. Oh, while you're busy prepping yourselves for this big reveal, hit the like and subscribe buttons as well as the gray notification bell for more from us. Sniffing the armpits of your old tops, jumpers, and sweatshirts. Oh god, the sweatshirts. Along with the good old scratch and sniff at the crotch of old jeans, just to ascertain if you can get away with another day of wearing them without a wash. Not washing your face when you don't have to leave the house for work or school, especially on weekends. And then attacking your face with all the tweezers, tonics, and scrubs when acne decides to park itself on your face for not taking care of it. Wearing the same bra for a week or longer. Wearing another bra the next week and continuing the cycle until you have absolutely no clean underwear and finally have to do like 3 loads of laundry, underwear, and stinky clothes combined. Picking your nose and taking a good look at the boogers, especially if they're a bright green as opposed to your normal booger colors. Creating bathroom wall art with loose strands of hair that you pulled out mid-shower. Picking around and then digging into the freakishly bulbous instances of ingrown hair, especially on the inside of your thighs and sometimes a little bit higher. Wedging a thick roll of toilet paper stuffed hastily into your panties as a makeshift pad on desperate days when Mother Nature sneak attacks you. Putting on fresh makeup over yesterday's makeup that you couldn't have cared about taking off. It was too much effort anyway. Peeling off a huge chunk of nail polish all in one go. Scraping out a really big chunk of dirt from under your fingernail with the help of another fingernail. Crumbling off your mascara instead of using wipes like a normal person. Maintaining a serious and long-term relationship with your dry shampoo. And when it runs out, washing only your bangs into fooling everyone into thinking you have bouncy clean hair and not a week's worth of crap in there. Never, not even one, washing the makeup brushes you've been using for like years now, and then wondering why you have such terrible acne. Running out of deodorant on the day you decided to skip a shower and then resorting to spray perfume onto the pits of your stale old jumper. Again. Only finally washing your bras when you're all out and they start looking physically grubby, yellow, or stink when piled together. Trying to pluck out a rogue chin hair when no one is looking. Chilling alone at home and eventually taking off your jeans and stewing in your itchy, flaky, jean-marked legs before wearing pajamas. Running your fingers through your week-old unwashed hair for no reason at all other than just because you can. Strictly changing the 3-second rule to the 5-second rule, or even better, eating it so long as no one saw it fall rule. Peeling dead skin off of your lips and loving each little sting that comes with it. It hurts so bad, but feels so good.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
Leaving your tampon in for a little bit longer than you ever really should. Examining it after you've removed it from inside of you. Asking a stranger lady for a pad or a tampon because you lent yours to a stranger lady a few days ago in another public loo. Wearing both a sanitary napkin as well as a tampon, just in case, you know? Especially on a day you happen to be wearing light-colored pants. Getting Brazilian waxes regularly because there's nothing quite like feeling like a newborn down there. Getting super engrossed with your weirdly thick thigh hair while on the toilet. Having no clean underwear at all, so just going commando and hoping no one notices your lack of panty line. Keeping a pair of emergency panties in your handbag and then having to use it, and then having to turn it inside out the next day. Sharing your best friend's toothbrush. Sometimes, without telling them. Picking dry skin off of your feet instead of soaking them and moisturizing them like you should. Cleaning your body with wet wipes after a not-so-sweaty day. This way you can sleep in and not shower when you gotta leave next. Eating food in bed on a day off. Farting in bed on your day off. Getting under the sheets just to smell your fart from your food on your day off. Picking out your eye gunk and maybe sometimes thinking back on the time your booger was as big or even bigger. Marveling at the huge chunk of earwax that you managed to pull out of your ear with the help of a now suspiciously dark brown Q-tip.
Nasty.
Having one pair of scissors specifically for your pubes. Scratching your unwashed head of hair after like a week and then sniffing your fingers because you're curious. Ending up trimming your, with literally any old scissors you find and praying no one uses that pair for anything else. Ending up trimming them while you're on the toilet seat and marveling at the possibilities of shapes and lengths you could discover. Literally yourself at the thought of snipping something important off, accidentally. Being guilty of watching hours of pore strip videos, sometimes on loop. Being extremely proud and fascinated and not one bit revolted by the sight of a pore strip pulled from your own skin. It's so satisfying. Immediately regretting removing all of your pubes because you think it makes you look like a gigantic oversized baby. Owning old underwear with multiple holes and then wearing it outside of your home, like to work or school. Pulling out a really tough hair from your face, like a really long one, and then placing it on the screen of your phone or your mirror to marvel at it like a trophy. Squeezing a particularly hard whitehead and then marveling at that long white pus snake that crawls onto the surface of your skin. Finding something better and edible in your bra like popcorn. Ooh, yum! Squeezing a massive zit that on bursting projectile hits the mirror. Getting your pubes stuck in the wings of your menstrual pad. Ouch! Smelling your armpits and being super impressed by the lack of stink. Spraying new deodorant over the smell of old stale deodorant that impressed you a little earlier. Mastering the art of taking off your bra without removing your top. Doing this pretty much every single day since you learned you could. Only shaving your legs when you absolutely have to wear something with a skirt. Only shaving the parts of your legs that your jeans don't cover. This includes shredded jeans, knees, and ankles. Playing with your boobs unconsciously. Playing with your boobs in the mirror. Squishing them together and up and down until you find yourself wishing you could find a bra with support half as good as your own hands. Wondering what life would be like if your boobs were like super huge. And then wondering what life would be like if they were super tiny. Jiggling them about every now and then, sometimes alone and sometimes with your girlfriends. Hating the fact that bras even exist and then getting mad when you find out they were created by a man. Typical. Dusting your flaky scalp, especially in the winter, and watching the dandruff that falls out create the perfect little mini snowfall for you. Finding flaky dead skin on the inside of your leggings and jeans in winter and then blowing on it to make it snow too. Warming your hands by stuffing them into your bra and holding your boobs. Picking out the white-gray lint that forms inside your belly button and then smelling it just to see. Being super intrigued by the size of your very long poo after a long, hard poo. Texting your girls about your fury period poops and asking for their support through such trying times. Febrezing dry clean only clothes because who the heck even knows how to dry clean? Wearing clothes with visible food stains because sometimes you really don't care and really just want that bagel. Rubbing your prickly legs when your hair starts growing back after a smooth shave. Bleeding onto a sheet and then waking up tired and icky and not changing the sheets because they're like, not as important as your underwear or your pad, which you will change eventually as well. Feeling super proud about the fact that you are more than capable of performing the loudest fart. Belching louder than any person you know. Pulling hairs out of your butt crack in the shower. Rolling stray hairs from a brush into little balls and then throwing them in the vague direction of the bin, missing the bin, and then leaving it on the ground for the wind to sweep away. Cutting your nails and not really caring or paying attention to where they fly off. Drip dried when there was no toilet roll as opposed to waddling to get one or screaming for help because you forgot your phone outside. Worn a pair of undies even when you couldn't get out the period stains. Peeing in the shower. Staring at your period blood in the toilet bowl, especially after it's so unceremoniously plopped out of you with so much sound. Having more fun than you should while sifting through a bunch of holy undies, wondering which one is the least holy and wearable. Wearing the same pajama bottoms for days in a row and then using the old scratch and sniff test to see if they really have to be washed. Examining old panty crust like a panty crust examining scientist. Chewing an old piece of gum that was half squished out of its wrapper at the bottom of your purse. Generously scratching your boob area upon taking your bra off after a long and sweaty day. Picking a booger and wiping it somewhere inappropriate, like the tops of your jeans or the back of your knee maybe. Half-assing a butt wipe after a number 2, no pun intended. Being secretly super proud of the mini castle you've made out of empty wine bottles near your kitchen bin, therefore never clearing it out. Soon you'll have a moat. Smuggling out a used tampon or a pad wrapped in layers and layers of toilet paper stuffed into your purse because there was only one bathroom and no dustbin at the office, interview, classroom, boyfriend's parents' house that you went to. Spend hours and hours contemplating washing your really dirty hair, but not doing it anyway because let's face it, the greasier it gets, the more potential it has to look like a glamorous superstar's, without hairspray of course. Praying for a snow day, a natural disaster, or even the common cold, just so you don't have to shower and go to work, thus breaking your 4-day-long no-shower streak. It's a social experiment to see how long you can go without a shower before you can physically smell yourself without making an effort. Wearing the same stinky gym clothes from that bag in your car 3 times in a row without washing them because you forgot. Not bothering to wash your sports bra because it's only going to get dirty again anyway. Scratching your bits and having a quick little sniff just to make sure all is well down in your deep dark lady cave. Smelling the clothes you wore yesterday, the ones no one important saw you wearing, and then gleefully realizing you can wear them again today. Still think we're lying about all this? Well, subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more facts that will make you question your reality.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I smell them like that.